You know, I'm not generally a very social or outgoing person, but I really want to become that more. So I've been trying to get out of my comfort zone and relate to people more often. But one thing that I'm concerned about is the way that I conduct myself and the way that others see me. That's something that I'm very self-conscious of. I'm very self-conscious of my appearance and the way that others view me and consume what I put out. So I've been trying to focus on bettering that a lot more. I've been trying to focus on not being so awkward and clumsy in the way I function in life. I've been trying to talk more sociably and more off the cusp, I guess. Something and dressing better, I guess. I've been wearing more colored shirts, and I've been told that t-shirts look more childish, so I guess I'm trying to stray away from that. People tell me, though, that that shouldn't matter. I should just be myself, and I should not worry about what others think about me. Because your personality should drive you. After all, if you're making friends because you look nice or because you act cool, then they aren't really friends, right? That doesn't really apply, though, in my mind, because the thing about people is they judge you based on their first impression of you. They look at you and they determine whether you're cool or whether you're weird. And we've all seen that person before, the person who just looks and acts weird and like, oh, I don't want to hang out with them. Even if they aren't, you just get that bad image of them. Or like if you see someone who's acting like an asshole one day, you get that image of them being an asshole. Even if they act nice normally, you just get that image implanted in your head. So I think that if you act normal or cool and then they get to know you like that, then that can build a positive image for you. I mean, of course personality matters. That's why the cool people generally don't have very close friends, even though they know a lot of people. It's because what they display on the outside can draw people in, but their inside doesn't keep them around. You have to have a strong inside, but you also have to have a strong outside. And that's what I'm thinking about. That's why I think this image of nice guys finish last comes from. Like, oh, I want to get a girlfriend, but I'm so nice, and girls don't like that. They like the bad boy. It's not that they like bad boys, it's that they like confident people. People who display themselves controlling their environment and being comfortable in their own skin. And you don't display that. You have to have something that attracts others towards you. Now that being said, once you get them towards you, you have to have something to keep them in. Not, I figured that could be construed sexually, but you know what I mean. You have to have something that brings them towards you and something that keeps them there. I'm not even sure if I have either, to be honest. I mean, I see that with people over YouTube or on the internet. Like, here on the internet, I get people who tell me I'm awesome, but in real life, I never hear that, whether it's someone over Reddit or on YouTube or through any site, I suppose. But the thing is, on YouTube, you're specifically looking for what that person has on the inside, because the internet is a way to convey that. Like, whether it's in a chat room or you posting pictures or memes or writing blog posts or making YouTube videos, there's people specifically looking for that. They aren't going to meet you in a bar and then talk to you and then swap numbers or something. They're looking for that directly. Like, when I say that I have trouble making friends on YouTube, and people say, oh, well, how does that happen? You look like such a cool guy, I'd hang out with you. Well, that's because you've already seen the inner me, but I have no strong exterior to bring people in towards me, and that's what I gotta work on. And it's just so complicated. Like, I've actually read a lot of articles and sources that are supposed to be about better social interaction and getting people to like you more, and it's so complicated. There are so many things to remember. And there are also so many different ideas that sometimes conflict with each other, and it's impossible to tell if you're trying them out what works and what doesn't. So I don't know what it is, but that's just something important to keep in mind. It's not all about the exterior, but you do have to keep that in mind, like, you know, dressing well, taking care of yourself, looking presentable, talking comfortably instead of being self-degrading. Little steps like that can help you progress in life, I feel. They shouldn't be all you're about, but they should be a big part of the way that you show yourself to others, or else you're never going to get anywhere. At least that's my perspective as of now.